everyone. Welcome back to another exciting adventure of Dave Does Stuff. I gotta think of a better name for that all, but meh, I'm lazy. Let's crack into it once more. And it's a question of what do we do today? Because I'm not sure. I'm not sure what we should do. We are slowly grinding through, so we've got most of our resources that we have for our no, what am I trying to say? We've got a lot of the resources for plants and things. Hey, Jedi. Starts up stream secretly. Well, you're the only one here. I noticed that you released a new design video. D21. It looked really cool. I haven't seen it yet. Sorry for the weirdness. Nah. That weirdness is 100% acceptable here, mate. You stream with no shirt on, which makes it look like you're naked. So, I mean, there's enough weirdness to go around. You're more than welcome for the weirdness, mate. This is a safe space for weirdness. And after the pretty crazy morning stream, which had a lot of people around, I'm all for just having a little bit of a low-key one. Did you know I had someone in chat that watched me so much they started streaming? Wasn't me. I mean, here's a question. Because I've just assumed, this is my assumption, and obviously correct me if I'm wrong. I assume that it's just really hot where you are. And that's why you don't stream with a shirt. Because it's just really, really hot. He's a geezer. Is he an old man? Is he actually a geezer? Nah. Oh, okay. I just always assumed that it was just really hot. Like you're from Texas or, somewhere that the heat is a bit, intense. Is it just is that your thing? It's not hot. Ah, is it just you can't afford shirts, or is just you don't like shirts? Are you a nudist? Are you secretly a nudist? Yeah, thought so. Thought so. And again, no judgment. You do you, and as long as you're not being inappropriate. I know, it's just one of those things that didn't really matter, but you're a little bit curious about. And it's like, Now I know it's an artistical choice. If that's actually a thing. Hey, Skamom! That's my favorite lurker going. And I know it's SK's mom. I've just got into a really good habit of saying Skamom, and it just sounds cool. I like it. I like it. Skamom. But yeah, this morning's stream was rather crazy. I don't think I've had so many people in my morning streams before. It gets a little bit overwhelming sometimes. You're doing fine. That's good to hear. Good to hear. Did you two see the mystery tweet that they put out on the on their Discord on Twitter? Oh, I don't think I've got that. That looks different. Yeah, I got that. Cool. No, sorry, I missed it. Oh no, that's all right. The fact that we had so many people when some of the regulars weren't here was just insane. It's absolutely fine. You're allowed to miss it. And that's why I've got, my time zone is weird. I'm just glad people show up to begin with. That's the thing about don't get me started. Don't get me started. No, I mean, I don't know. Scummo, have you seen the tweet? Because I'll show it. I'll show it if you're interested. I'll switch over. Alright, we'll switch over. There we go. We'll switch over real quick. So this is what they tweeted out. Is a speech bubble, a heart, an arrow, and then coming soon. Now, they've done this before when they've kind of done emojis and you kind of translate what it is. But it's an interesting tweet. Now, they have, like, for 2 weeks in a row, they have announced some new features with Update 5. They did the umbrellas and then they did the mannequins. But this is very specific. A speech, a heart, and an arrow. I mean, you could say it's a roadmap. I mean, the arrow could be a roadmap. Because I would have thought if it was an actual date release of an update, they would put the date thing, like a calendar. But they said the speech, a heart, and an arrow. So it's either going to be a roadmap of what's coming up, or it's going to be something that a new feature with Update 5 that's friendship related. Am I high? Didn't the handle used to be Disney DDV? No, it looks like it's only got one D. Only one D, not double D. It's only one D. A lot. I mean, the annoying thing is every time they post something like that, everyone just talks about the bugs in the game. Like, see, no crashes when I plant things. There's something about better be an update for switching crashes. Not as me. Oh, that's a good one. Message box communication for multiplayer, maybe. There could be. That could be with Update 5 instead of a full multiplayer package, maybe messaging. Why does everyone use DDLV? Because I think people just don't like to write Disney. So Disney Dream Light Valley DDV. So maybe that's it. But yeah, that's going to be the mystery. I've got a feeling they're going to reveal it either today or tomorrow. Well, tomorrow or the next day. So it's going to be very interesting going forward. My daughter's talked me into taking an Amish couple to Indiana so he could spend Mother's Day with his 94-year-old mother. My daughter's talked me into taking an Amish couple to Indiana so he could spend Mother's Day with his 94-year-old mother. That's a sentence. That's most definitely a sentence. You can't, like, this is why AI won't take over the world. No AI could think of something like that. That doesn't seem like a real thing, but it obviously is. Yeah, Jedi. I mean, some people say Disney DDV, but I go DDVD. But it's pointless. I don't think there's anything that DLV. I don't think there's another game called let me type in the acronym DVL and see if it comes out with anything. DVL. It looks like there's a band called DVL. And there's also Vienna-born and Berlin-based DLV is not a blank slate in Europe's techno industry. So it's a techno band. So there you go. That's probably the reason why they don't just use DLV. It's a European techno band, and it's also a disjunctive logical programming system. So there's that as well. So that would make sense why they do it that way. But yes, come on, that's. I mean, I guess that's good. I thought, okay. I thought Amish were very anti-technology, so how could you give them a ride? Do you have a horse? I don't know. There's a few questions that feels. I don't know. There's a few questions there. Like, were they okay with sitting in the car? I guess if it's your 94-year-old dying mother, then I think you can let it go for like a period in your life. But they don't use technology doesn't mean you can't use yours. Yeah, but aren't they using your technology by sitting in the car? There's a lot of questions here. And Skamom's being very quiet on him, so it's just adding to the mystery. Like, how does that work? Anyway, where is I need Woody? No, they don't drive, but they can ride in cars. Ah. That feels like a weird workaround. Wow, that was a very, very long link there. Okay, here I know what you're going up. For transportation, the Amish do not use cars. They may ride in them if they are driven by non-Amish. Instead, they drive horse-drawn buggies, a common sight in the Lancaster country. For shorter distances, they may use scooters, but bikes are also... Why are bikes banned? This doesn't make sense. Why allow scooters but not bikes? What's the real difference? Like... What a weird rule. What a weird rule to allow scooters but not bikes. Oh, now I lost Woody. God, I lost my Woody. God damn it. Oh, hey, Sainted Lady from Kick. She's dittoing it all up everywhere. We're just talking about the odd Amish rules. I never understand it. Oh, get off the lock, Dave. Some still useful, but I don't understand the scooter thing though. Like, Google's really confused me even more. And for rollback roads, bicycles aren't incredibly useful. The roads weren't paid enough to ensure a steady ride. Amish churches decided that they were impractical, so they weren't integrated into Amish churches decided that bicycles were impractical. My brain just broke up reading that sentence. So they weren't integrated into day-to-day practices, according to Steve Nolt, professor of history and anti-studies of Elizabethtown College. Bicycles used to be an expensive means of transportation in the 1800s. For reference, when the bicycle was released in 1878, it cost $125, according to the International Bike Fund. There's an International Bike Fund? Okay, there's so much information I'm learning today. That would set the average person back around $3,355 today, according to the inflation calculator. I don't get the Amish. They don't make any sense. I don't want to get into a philosophical discussion, but I mean, I'm pretty sure God wouldn't have given us the ability to create technology if He didn't want us to use it. How was my day? Send lady asked. That was okay, good. That was a good day, a good productive day. One of those days that I do feel like it did a bit, but also not enough at the same time. One of those mixed emotions. How does the situation make you feel? Yeah, it should make you feel great. You did a really nice thing, especially, you know, in those situations you kind of just do it. And, you know, there's not many visits that you will be able to do going forward. As you should. You love doing it. And it's really nice of you to do that. I'm still more hung up on the rules of the Amish, though. Even though you did a very sweet thing. It doesn't make any sense to me sometimes. But hey, as long as they're living and not hurting anyone, I think that's the problem. Sometimes it's a problem with gated communities and isolated communities. is having that reassurance that if people didn't want to be there, they didn't have to be there. I think that's the one thing I do struggle with, the whole idea of it. I mean, I think Amish are a little bit different. They're a lot more open in terms of people can come in and just kind of check. But there even in New Zealand doesn't escape religious gated communities that we have that stories of abuse come out of it. There's an infamous place in New Zealand called Gloriavale, and it's a very controversial place. If anyone's ever got the time, look it up. It's not a pretty story, but it's kind of like on the same vein you hear about in America, where you hear about those cults. But unfortunately, we can't do anything about it because it's, again, this kind of same situation where people get away with it for so long before it goes really, really bad. Anyway, more cheerier subject. How are you all doing? How's all your lives going? Trying to divert to a different topic, Dave. Come with me, buddy. We're gonna do something. No one's saying anything, so I'm awkwardly just trying to move on. There we go. Alright, we're gonna get some canola. I think the canola is really the last one I need. Had a lot of views when you raided. Oh, nice. Well, I'm glad, mate. Did you get any new followers by any chance? 'Cause that's the whole point of it, really, is people discover you for the first time and follow you, and hopefully they come back one day. And I do like raiding. I think it makes me a bit nervous doing that because I don't want to raid for the sake of raiding, really. I want to make sure the person's legit, and there's some people I've followed that I haven't seen or watched for a while, so it makes me a bit hesitant. Yasmin finally... Oh, nice. Nice. And, I mean, Yasmin found me through raiding as well, so... Chain reaction. I noticed that a lot of people don't stream Dreamlight Valley on Kick, Sainted Lady. Do you find a lot of people streaming Dreamlight Valley on Kick at all? I mean, it's only something I've recently started doing. Ooh. Pick up all these. There we go. Part of me doesn't actually like... Now I'm thinking about it. Part of me doesn't like getting raided because every time I get raided, I end up having to give a tour of the valley, and I'm actually a little bit overdoing it. I do it so much now. It's just the same stuff every time. But again, I haven't got anything else interesting to talk about. So I'm not going to start a second valley. I don't understand how people have it that they can capable of starting a second valley. I barely can handle my first one. I think I've also got up my head that eventually they're going to upgrade the game that you won't need a second valley. So once they increase the item limit, I am a bit nervous that they'll never increase the item limit. Which sounds stupid, but they haven't exactly come out and said they are increasing it. So who knows? Question. What's the question? Jedi? I would rather follow those who do raid because it shows me they're willing to help others. Yeah, and that's why I like doing it. I think I have to get better doing it, and I have been trying to do a little bit more. But I think I worry that people raid me, and I don't really like too many followers. Like, too many people watching me at one time. It makes me a tad bit nervous. I'm not used to it yet. So I'm worried about maybe I'll just raid someone that's small. So if they ever raid me, they'll raid me small. Yeah, I'm getting better at it though. That's it's personal growth, kind of trying to become a better person and a more rounded person. I am trying to raid a little bit more and be a little bit more comfortable. I'll do a raid tonight, and we'll see how it goes. But sure, yeah. I'm assuming I'm trying to be a better. I'm not sure what the yes you are too. I'm assuming it was because I was trying to be a better person. um, and I think I'm getting more comfortable with it. I think my height, I just get a little bit like too overwhelmed if the chat's going too quickly. I think it is. I know you can switch on slow mode, but I have never really needed to do that yet. But I'll get there. I'll get there. I think I just need a stepping stones. One step at a time. And I do want to help out people that also kind of fit the kind of Dreamlight stream that I kind of like as well. Because I'm rather picky. Oh, there's Yasmin. G'day, Yasmin. Good to see you again. It's pretty early for you, isn't it? Yeah, Jedi was mentioning that you finally decided to follow him. You will just never give up. You will never just what? Never give up. I don't. Uh. Where's you will never give up. Yes, you will never give up. Yeah, I will never give up. And I think that's just a growth of the person. Yes, you will never give up. Yeah, I'll never give up. I was just a little bit of time, and yeah, who knows. Someone was nice enough to donate me $50 the other day, which was very, very nice of them. And maybe if I upgrade my computer, it will just eventually I'll be able to keep going. I'll probably be guilt myself into keep going because I'm like, oh, everyone donated me to upgrade this computer. It's only fair I keep streaming. And it's very nice of them. Yeah, from London. Ah, from London. So what? It's late then. It's late for you. I had to pile up like shenanigans with the stream. Yeah, last night was a bit crazy. There was a lot of people. Well, more than I'm used to in the morning. That's annoying because for me it's the same day. Just keep in mind it's the exact same day from my last stream. No, it's 11 a.m. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's right. It's the morning for you. You've had whole night's sleep. Time zones are weird. Like I literally haven't slept. Well, I haven't been to sleep since my last stream, but for everyone else, it's like a whole day. Do. God, clean up the valley inside. What does cheeky Nando's mean? We have Nando's over here too. Get some cheeky Nando's. It's like KFC without the fried chicken. It's just chicken. Spicy chicken. It's when you fancy a Nando's in it, mate. Yeah, it's like Nando's is like a fast. It's not really fast food. It's like a mix between fast food and a restaurant, and it's just chicken. It's like takeaway rotisserie chicken. It's probably the best kind of best kind of word for it. I like it. Actually, I have to take my daughter's car back to her in about 1 hour, but I'll be like, oh, cool. Well, I'm glad you did something good, Skamom. It was more than I did. Actually, I think I've got some Nando stuff here. Hold on. All right, so let me move this. So I do have some Nando stuff. So it's like a marinade. So you can buy this stuff from the supermarket, and it is like the stuff they use in the store, and you can just buy them. It's like buying It's a good example. It's like buying Starbucks coffee from a store. It's kind of like the same equivalent. Ooh. Yeah, so I've got this quick marinade hot Nando's. It smells really good, and I really want chicken now. Mate, it's hard to explain, mate. It's just like one day you'll be like, what the fuck? Your mates are having a look in JD, and you might fancy a curry club at the Spoons, but your lad Cullum, who's an absolute ledge, and the Archbishop of Banterbury will be like, let's have a cheeky Nando's instead. And you think, top it, let's smash it. What's that from? That must be a quote from something. I love their garlic piri. Oh! Oh no. Are you kidding me? Oh no. Oh no. Hi, 30 people. Hi, Emily. G'day. This is not gonna be a callback to when I was just saying about 30 minutes ago how I get a bit of anxiety when there's more than 10 people in the stream. A lot of people are sleeping. Oh, okay. All right. Let's assume that I'm assuming 28 of them are asleep. Hi, everybody. How are you all doing? How are you all going? Yeah, so let's. Oh, yeah, that's. I'm pretending there's three. Three. New people that have rated me. And you're one of them, Emily. And Sky Stars is another one. And also, who was the first one to. JB Pratt. So there's only three people at the moment. There's. There's JB Pratt, Sky Stars, and Emily. Alright. I'll show the valley. Alright. Alright, well, I'll show you the valley. So this is my valley. I've been playing since November. I'm doing some renovations at the moment, but pretty much at the I've kind of finished everything, and I'm kind of just decking things out, and I'll play every day this. And I do have a bug that I'm one of those unfortunate souls that have the bug with the Toy Story, so I can't actually complete it at the moment. So I'm kind of stuck on that. But this is we'll start with the plaza, I guess. We'll start with my kind of orchard. So I'm kind of remodeling it at the moment. I've made little zoos for all my critters. So this is my my squirrel zoo. And where I've got kind of all the critters kind of running around. I've just recently rebuilt it, but I've got all the squirrels just running around in here. Just doing their own thing and kind of having Having a good old fun time, and Olaf is following me as well. Just go away. Sorry, buddy. But yeah, this is my squirrel zoo with a little cottage in the middle, just to keep things a little bit fresh and interesting. I kind of change it up once in a while. This is all my orchard. Now, you'll probably see these signs behind some of my tables, and that's because I've got a chest full of that particular item, and I'm trying to get a chest full of every item. So if we look at that, it looks very aesthetically pleasing. Just seeing all blueberries. It looks really, really good. And there's a few of them like bananas. I hate bananas though, so I'm not going to really look at that one for very long. And coconuts, and pretty much all the items, and that's what I'm trying to do. Anyway, so this is my plaza, and I'm kind of slowly decking out all my items. And where should we start first? Let's go down here. So this is my Toontown. So I have a particular dream. Oh, my fish. Okay, we'll do the fish market. Hold up. So in all the areas here, I've kind of assigned all the areas for a particular theme. So Peaceful Meadow is Toontown, Forest of Valor is Pixar Town, Sunlight Plateau is 3D Disneyland, and the Glade is 2D Disneyland. So we're going to go up to 3D Disneyland now. And we'll look at the fish market. Because that's with Moana's boat. So we'll go up here. Alright, there we go. So we do have Enchanter over here. So every joint kind of has its own little residence, you could say. So this is Enchanto's little residence, and I've kind of built like a natural border around it. Sometimes decked off with one of the items that's unique to the residence, just in these cases here. And I've kind of slowly decking it out. My item limit's pretty on the cap, so I'm pretty restrictive. Sorry, I'm just going to turn off my heater. I'm a little bit restrictive of the items I use, but I try and give it some personality there. This is my hummingbird sanctuary, you could say. So all my hummingbirds are there with all the crops inside of it, because I do find the crops give a little bit of a life kind of factor. And you see all the different variants there of all the hummingbirds. They're not my favorite, if I'm going to be completely honest. And the idle animation, just when they kind of go over to the feeder over here, we can see it over here. I don't know, that it just doesn't really hit me. I do hope one day they do introduce features where they kind of just land on maybe the housing or the flowers, or just some interaction. Even on the trees, they could just hang out up here. I don't know. Just something like that. Next up, we've got Moana's section, which is some people's favorite when I do this tour. And they often say it's one of their favorite. And we also have Pua running around here. So I've got a little companion kind of hut and Pua running around to be a little bit interactive. Just to give it a little bit more life, but yeah. And that's Moana's section right there. And now we'll show the fish market. So this is the fish market. If you notice, I've got the biggest chest for all of them. And I'm slowly trying to kind of deck it all out here. And I've got them all kind of listed along there. Now, I've got the biggest chest for most items, or pretty much every item. I do have a kind of rule when it comes to the items, but it cost me 630,000 Dreamlight to make them all. And that was before they introduced colors, so I've had to make even more of them, which is slowly driving me a little bit insane. And so yeah, the fish market. I really like it. And I nearly got a stack of Fuju. And because I didn't know they're going to introduce new colors, and now I've kind of made a rule with my chest, so all my fish are going to have blue ones. So if you notice, I'm slowly upgrading the blue ones to all of them blue. All my gardening stuff are going to have green ones. All my flower ones are going to be yellow. And all my foraging ones are going to be red. So if we go back down to here, you notice some of these chests are slowly turning red, because I got a color scheme for all of them. And all my holiday ones are white. And that's what I got for the white ones. Now, if it's a basic resource, I'll probably just keep it to the standard color. Yeah, boy, rock! That Moana section looks amazing. I'd love to get a better look at it if possible. Yeah, sure, we'll go. Let's have a better look. But yeah, that's my fish section. I'm not happy with it. You look at that and you think, oh, that's amazing. It bothers me that the colors aren't blue yet. So I'm slowly upgrading it. All right, we'll give your boy a bit of a look at the Moana section. So I've kind of got 2 entries for it, because this is 3D Disneyland. There's not a lot of 3D Disney characters. Now, you're probably wondering where it's frozen. Because of the fact that you can't move Elsa, I've kind of put them still over here in the Pixar section. So you've got Elsa's like half of it there. And then you've got Anna's section over here. Again, a little bit restricted because it looks a bit empty, just because the item limit. I'm trying to make sure that I can give someone to everything. But ideally, I would like to move Elsa's over and somehow make it work in the Sunlit Plateau. There's a lot of reasons why I've chosen the regions they are. It's got a lot to do with the ones you put in the water, because that's limited. But anyway, Moana section, yes. So at the start of every residence, I always put like 2 statues or something as an entrance way. So I got this particular statue very early on. So I've got Maui introducing that side of it and introducing the other side of it. And if you notice that the walls, so instead of trees like I have over in Enchanto section, and you see all those trees, I've used their pillar. And you'll notice that with the Toy Story section as well. And so we'll go through here. And so I've kind of tried to just use more space and didn't want to waste too much of it. So I've got all the coral stuff around. It doesn't really suit it just because it's in the Sunlight Plateau, but I've been slowly trying to make it work. I've got this nice little pool here. And I do like the luminescent trees. That tree, I've been playing this game since, I think, September. I started streaming in November. I only got those last month. And I was so stoked. When those finally showed up in Scrooge's shop, it was just a really good day. A really good day. So coming through here, I've got Moana's little hut. I've got a little Pua there. I really love the fact that you can put Pua there and just really make him part of just the life of this residence. I think that's one of the things that does bother me about the game at the moment, is that you build these amazing kind of residences, but it feels a little bit dead. So I'm trying to artificially give it some life. So one part of it is Pua. Unfortunately, because of how many pets that I have in the valley, he kind of bugs out a lot. So he ends up doing what he's basically doing now and not moving and just looking a bit doughy. Even if I nudge him, come on. There we go. I'll pat him. There you go. This is Pua. Alright, you gonna move? Yeah, there you go. He's triggered the movement again. Now he's actually gonna go do stuff. But I've got memories as well. So if you notice the TVs, and that's the intention there, is to, again, give it some life, some personality, and make it, rather unique to the section. Ideally, I'd love to add a little bit more life. I used to have the crops that you see in the little kind of what do I sanctuaries? I call them the hummingbird sanctuaries. You see all the crops there. I really did that to give it a little bit more life. So you see this as it feels like a very kind of active and breathing kind of environment. But if you look over here, it feels a little bit dead, but I really like it. I think it is coming along. It does feel like something's missing, and I think the Sunlit Plateau doesn't really fit the vibe, and I need to kind of look at it. Yeah, it looks fair. I think it's one of those cases that I've looked at it enough that I'm like not entirely happy, but it's coming together. It's really coming together. And it'll be interesting when we can expand that item limit a little bit. Get rid of these silly bones. When the item limit can expand a little bit, I think it'll be really good when we can start decking it out a bit more. Because I'm really towing that line with my item limit at the moment. It's painful. It's painful. But yeah, that's the Moana section. It's definitely evolved since when I first started, and it's quite funny. I went back and looked at a couple of my streams from November when I first started this, and it's just a different beast. It looks cool. I'm pretty proud of it. So come on, once we get the mannequins, you dress them up and set them. I've been thinking about that. I'm not a big clothing person, but I have been thinking about setting the mannequins up and kind of decking them out with the clothes I don't actually wear. So I mean, there's so many different clothing options. But I can imagine, putting this Donald Duck mask on a mannequin in Donald Duck's area. I think that would be really cool, and just kind of suit him up like mask and the coat. Goofy would be pretty good at being able to like dress a mannequin up as Goofy, but Goofy doesn't have any kind of items whatsoever. So it'd be cool to kind of deck things out there, but yeah, that is Moana's section. And that's actually the Sunlit Plateau. So there's plenty of room from others that we're going to be adding in later. Mother Gothel should be up here, but her house is stuck in a tree, so it's the reason why she's not here anyway. Yeah, boy, I'm definitely new to the companion pet sections. How do you get those like that so they're out? Okay. That's easy enough to show you. So, with the last update, so that was update 5, they introduced these new little huts into the game. And so to get the huts, first off, you build them. So if you go to a construction table, and then you go up to furniture. Oh no, actually maybe it's functional items. No, it's not functional items, it's furniture. Let's go. I'm out of iron, it looks like. Where's the companion? I think I overlooked it. Where is it? Oh no, it's right there. God, I'm a silly bugger. So yeah, you can build a cozy companion home. So that's the first step. It costs topaz, but to be honest, a lot of materials that you might have an excess amount of. And you can also build the playful companion pinwheel, the dish, and the feeder, and the ball. So basically the ball, the pinwheel, it causes them to kind of play. It's like when you feed them, you know how they roll around or something like that. That's the reaction there. The dish, they kind of eat it, and the flying one is just the flying variant of that one. So once you build all of those, what you do is you place it down somewhere. Now I would place a new one down just to show you, but because item limit sucks, I'm not going to do that. But once you place it into where you want it, you interact with it, and then you choose which companion you want to attach to it. So I've got these ones attached at the moment, and you can do up to 4. And you just attach. You basically just click them, and they pop out like that. Now, one little tip though, and I think this is a mistake a lot of people make. When they first put it down, they typically put it hard against a wall like this, or like kind of like closed off like this, and they kind of do. What's a good example? Play around. Ooh, go over here. They kind of do that, like something like this, right? And they think that's okay, right? And they're like, oh, yep, so they should play around up here. But what people don't know is that the companions act like you. So what happens is when you equip a companion, and we'll equip Pua for the sake of this example. Yeah, we'll equip Pua. What it does is that Pua goes around you in a 360-degree kind of circle. So if you notice what he does is he kind of goes around, or he kind of doesn't go too far away. And so he will go like all over there, and then kind of all up behind here as well. So if you put it hard against this wall here, it will work the same way. So instead of one companion like you can attach to yourself, this attached 4 of them, and it works in a big circle. So if you know these pets over here, this one over here, it's kind of going all the way over here when you kind of don't want it to be, because you kind of want it to stay around here. So what you want to do is give it the ability to kind of walk around. So you kind of want it to be like here, so it walks around here instead of here, where it walks around here. So it's kind of like tricking the game to kind of make it do it. Now, what I do as well is I block it off like that. and so it kind of forces them to stay in that. They'll still want to come over here, and that's why you see them sometimes hard against this, but the more kind of centralized in the middle that you put it, the more interact, more it looks like they're not kind of just bugging out and trying to like hit a wall or something. And that's a mistake I see a lot of people do, is they put it hard against there and you just see them just like doing this, like trying to get out here or something like that. But yeah, that's a little bit of a tip for you. Okay, cool. All right, so let's go to the next area. So I guess the next question, who want, or we'll put the first one to say anything. Pixar, Toontown, or 2D Disney? Who wants to nominate an area to go to? Yeah, boy, you might as well kind of say something. Nominate one particular area. Toontown, alright. Let's do that. Let's do it. Let's go. There we go. So this is my Toontown area. Now, I'm a bit of a sucker for wanting a proper Toontown. I really wish that they include a few more characters. But this is what we've got so far. So I try and use some of the aesthetic of the normal stuff that you get. So that's why you got some of this stuff kind of just hanging around. And I think I've got some stuff in secret storage, like these books. And yeah, these potions and all that. I've got this little statue here, which it's kind of pointing towards Mickey's joint and then Donald's joint over there. So it's on purpose. I got Scrooge's. So if you notice, every hub or every kind of biome has its own little hub. So this is the kind of the Toontown hub where I try and put all the businesses and all the kind of the key things around. And this is 2D Disney Play. Oh, 2D Disney Place. They've got a similar thing, and that's why you've got the farmers market and all that around that central point, and then you've got Pixar Town about there with Remy's and Wally's little market. Just because I kind of want to encourage kind of like town vibe. I guess that's the one I'm going for. Anyway, so we've got yesterday I tried to trap all the characters in Minnie's place. So let's ignore that I was experimenting and using my evil ways to try and trap all of them in there. So let's just ignore this. We're going to ignore David's psychopathy. Dave wasn't a crazy person and he wasn't trying to trap them all in there. Anyway. So yeah, this is Mickey and Minnie. Sorry, this is my ADHD going nuts. There we go. Anyway, so this is Mickey and Minnie's joint. So it's a few things. I mean, a lot of it's watered down, and every time I come in here, I'm just like, I had to delete so much to make everything else work. I've got the big tower in there and up there. I don't know if you can see it. It's right up there. And I've got a little what do they call it? Steamboat Willie. That's it. Steamboat Willie there. And I've got all my 4 potions in there and my 14 aliens because I was tired of staring at it. And we'll show you where the trapped alien is once we get around to Pixar Town because it breaks my soul every time I go near there. But yeah, that's Mickey's joint. And as you can see, I've got a few other scattered things around. And there's a lot I want to do. I've got a lot of plans for once that unlimit breaks out. This is Goofy's place. It's kind of tame. Now, if you notice, I try and use a different lamp with every residence in Toontown. So if you notice, they've got the Mickey and Minnie's got that lamp. And Goofy's got this lamp. And if you notice, when we go to Donald's, he's got another one. So that's not something a lot of people know, but I don't really have a lot for Goofy. He doesn't really have any items. And I do make a rule that you only can use the items for the character in their residence. So that's why you see a lot of Mickey stuff over there, but nothing for Goofy, because, well, he doesn't have anything. But that's when the mannequins may come into play. So I can imagine myself putting a mannequin up that looks like Goofy. And we can obviously dress like Goofy once in a while, but at least it will give that kind of personality. I can imagine going to the collections, because if you notice, I've got quite a lot of clothing as well. So if you go here, I'm sure. Let's see the Goofy hat. We can put the Goofy hat on. I don't know if he's got a shirt. I don't know if Goofy has like a Goofy shirt. Hi, Hickless. How's it going? Welcome to apparently a lot of people. There's not really a lot of people. I'm okay with it. This is exactly. There's not a lot of people talking, and even though the number looks a bit daunting, but there's not a lot of Goofy shirts. But you get my point. At least it will kind of add something to it once the mannequins. But I do want them to include more stuff for Goofy. I think that's not talked about enough. Goofy doesn't really have any items. Donald is a bit slack as well, and we'll go check him out. But I think Goofy is the worst. Oh, and this is what I was saying about the chest. So that the green ones, I'm kind of slowly upgrading it. This is my bunny sanctuary. Now the bunnies are the most companions in the game. So, and that's really the Easter bunnies kind of boosted it up tremendously. So if you look around there, you got the Easter bunnies. I've tried to stick to the rule of kind of putting it out a little bit. I've got the crops around, so it gives it a little bit of life. But yeah, I like it. And we can go on there. Oh, actually, this is Donald's joint, and this is his entranceway. So if you notice, I've got these from the Stitch quest, the little banners. Because Donald doesn't really have a lot of stuff. The same with Goofy, but at least he's got little posts now. So you know how I've got those statues that at the start of everyone's residences. Instead, I've got Donald Duck's face to do the entrance. And notice the lamps are different again. And I remember these platinum pouches kind of came with, I think, the shop or one of the early shots but I really think it fits the aesthetic of the boat. But this is his little joint. He's got a little TV as well with Daisy on it. It would be perfect if we could one day put Daisy right here. I think that would be amazing. Just put Daisy there and have it a little bit, you know. I would love to make a Duckburg. How awesome would that be if you like Duckwing Duck and Launchpad and oh, that would be amazing. Anyway, we will. I'd say this is the rabbits kind of sanctuary. If you notice, like all the little rabbits around. See, this is how they bug out a little bit. See, they always try and just come get over here, like move. So you kind of want to a little bit away, a little bit closer, kind of. Can't move that. That's good enough. But yeah, a little bunny sanctuary. I like it. And I've got seating inside here as well that I can just chill out and watch them. And normally I sign off all my streams by just sitting here and sitting in one of the sanctuaries and just chilling out. And the idea of it is over time, more will be added to it. I've got a really good feeling that they're going to introduce different variants for the housing. Remember, the last update, they only just introduced them. And I've got a feeling that housing doesn't really fit the aesthetic in a lot of places. So I've got a feeling there's going to be a couple more variants of that. And we might be able to kind of use them to kind of more of adapt to the particular companions. So that'd be interesting. I think they introduced it just to see how people would use them and then maybe change the model in the future. So that'd be rather interesting. And yeah, that's Toontown. There's a lot of empty space. I do want to, you know, as I said, flesh it out, but I am expecting more characters to drop in the future. But the idea of the empty space is just so it kind of feels like a bit of a not cluttered kind of joint. But yeah, that's the Toontowns. Now we'll take it. Oh, there's Goofy over there, going for an epic run. What we'll do is we'll take a bit detour before we go to 2D Disneyland. And we'll look at my newly created area, is the beach. So I didn't really know what to do with the beach until just recently. And I've decided to make it a bit of a theme park. So again, it's got a little hub area. So it's got the flowers, the shells, and they're slowly coming together, me filling them all up. I'm really enjoying that. And if you notice, all of them has this little area as well that I can just quickly quickly dump my flowers, because flowers is the one thing I'm probably going to be spending the most collecting. So I've got these one little chests in every single area. I always love to see how people's creative minds work, because decorating it's not my specialty either. I'm just a crazy person with ADHD that needs a very specific way of doing things. And it's kind of just evolved from there. It does help doing the stream every day, and then I've made a lot of mistakes. It's reaching that point where I've just, done it enough so it looks like I'm massively creative. It's just a lot of trial and error, really. So what I'm going to do for the beach going forward, I'm going to make it kind of use the items that I don't really have a place for anything, and really just use it as a big area to experiment and to build things. So at the moment, this is my little adventure park. Again, I want to add so much to it, but this is just the bare bones. And just to show off the star path a little bit, I have to finish off the path down there. But really, this is just to show things off a little bit, and the Ferris wheel and everything. And I like it. I just love our little area. And what I might do going forward is I'll always use the beach to show off the star path. And just put all this, because they are seeming to, every star path that they're releasing, adding more and more cool items or cool furniture items to it. So it'll be interesting to see whether they continue doing that. And we need obviously a place to kind of show them off. So I don't know whether I'll keep these around after the star path. I do want to. Hey, Hel. Good to see you. Welcome to the party. But yeah, why is that turned off? Why are you turned off? You should be going around, shouldn't you? There you go. Yeah, can't have that turned off. But yeah, this is my newly created area, and I kind of want to experiment with it going forward. Sometimes experimentation takes a bit of prep work, because I'm too busy lowering the limit. Next up, we've got my turtles. So again, slowly upgrading the chest there, but this is my little turtle sanctuary. Again, it's the same kind of concept. It's got all these things here. And yeah, turtles are my favorite. I'm a huge Ninja Turtle fan. I've got a lot of Ninja Turtles behind me. They keep on falling over, but yeah, I'm a huge turtle nerd. And I think one of the great things that being able to build these little huts and letting your turtles run around is really seeing some of the unique pets that you got in the wild. Like the celestial turtle was one of the first ones we got. Is that one right there? And I never could I had it following me for a while, but then there's other pets that come along, and you want to kind of start playing around with it. But now I can just see all of them going around, and then the wild ones pop in here once in a while. So this is a wild one underneath us, and you can tell because he pokes his head in. But I would like them maybe be able to swim in the water. I think that'd be really cool. We'll just give them some seaweed. See if I fed them today. I'm just on a full clean. You're good? Yeah, I'm good. I'm doing a lot better than last week. That's for sure. I can't. There we go. So yeah, that's my little turtles. It's a little bit light that I want sharks to. No, like there's no sharks. It'll be fine. But I would love to see the turtles swim in the water. How great would that be? Imagine if you just like came in here and you just saw the turtles kind of like just waving in the water. That'd be really cool. That would be really cool. But yeah, that's my beach so far. It's a little bit light, but the idea is that it's gonna have a purpose going forward. Hopefully, fingers crossed with the item limit. And next up, we'll go to 2D Disney Land World. 2D Disney World. Alright. There we go. This is my 2D Disney World. So all the 2D characters are here. Or 2D movie characters. Again, got my little crocodile sanctuary. I think that's one of my favorite, the crocodile. And I think, yeah, it's all of them. I got one more turtle to get from my turtle collection, I believe. Which one? The black one is my favorite, though. If I was going to have to pick my two favorite turtles, it would be the Celestial and it'll be the black one. I think those are the best. There we go. And so yeah, this is my little turtle sanctuary. Again, I would like them to play on the stuff, but I'm really looking forward to the next update to see if they refine anything. I think the black one today... Is it today? Let's check. Yes, it is. 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Well, today, so it's... No, let's make sure we get... Because right now, for me, it's 10:35 p.m. But today is Monday, so... Chosen on Monday. I think the black one's one of my favorites. I think it's the shell that's a little bit red. I wonder if I can... Where is he? That's one thing I do want. I really want a first-person mode for this game. I would love to go in first-person mode right now and just look down. That would be really cool. So where's the black one? What am I doing? These are the crocodiles, Dave. Yeah, Muppet. Yeah, Muppet. Alright, so let's go. Whoop, go over here. So let me see. Where is the black turtle? It's hiding from me. Oh, there it is. See, there's the black turtle. So if you notice, it's got kind of like red. It almost looks like lava ridges, like on the shell. I think that just looks really cool. And the white fins and the white Pua is, I think, they're having a good time with Pua. But yeah, I think that's why he's my favorite. Even the celestial one. I mean, the celestial one does have the little dot there, but I don't think he. I don't know. I don't think he's as cool. I don't think he's as cool. I think the black one is definitely the better one. And I did have to set a timer to make sure I get my black turtle. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's my crocodile little sanctuary. So we'll go over to Lilo and Stitch, which is only Stitch. So this is his area. Now, just like I said before, you know how you had the statues. Instead, for this area, I put the stands. So the different colors, the ice cream stands. So I've got the blue one, and I think that's the gray one technically. And over here, we've got the light blue one and the pink one as the little kind of entranceway. If you notice, I've also got torches or some kind of light in the entranceway. I don't know, I like the aesthetic. Now, there's a lot of stuff I want to put here that's not here. If you notice, there's only one hammock. Only two ones with towels. Yeah. But if we actually go to my actual collection and go down to Lilo and Stitch. Where is it? Where is it? This is one of the annoying things of once you get too many. It's just... I got 9... There we go, here. So I've got all the hammocks as well, which I really want to place. I think I've got all the stands. I've got the wagon there as well. I think I've got more chairs I can put down. I can put more of those down. Energy drinks, little things, and I mean they did get lazy here and they just changed the color palette for a lot of them. But it will add something, and each one of them is a unique one. So I could just put a lot of hammocks down, but it's the point of the colors though. The colors really flesh it out. I've been waiting for, yeah. You always get that one item that you've been dying for, and that for me it was the palm trees for Moana. That one, I mean, there is another one I've been really looking out for, which I can't remember right now off the top of my head. No, I can't remember what. There's one particular item that I really want. But if you notice, there's a lot of items for Lilo Stitch still to collect, so there's definitely a lot of potential this area. But yeah, and there's the little this play set in the green background. And the arcade, yeah, the Wreck-It Ralph section. Oh, what the hell? That shouldn't be there. I think the Wreck-It Ralph section, especially with the next update, that's going to be fun to build. Did you get the popcorn machine for Toy Story? Oh, that must be it. I think it was the popcorn machine. I don't think I've got that. I'm pretty sure that's something that would have popped for me, and I really would have placed it like immediately. No, I don't have it. I got that alien guessing boot, the alien, and I got the show the strength one. Don't have the popcorn machine. That's probably it. Thanks for reminding me, Hal. Oh yeah. And I want the toy aliens to put them down. I think the alien should have been a critter. I think that big quest chain, you should have got the aliens as a critter. But anyway, so yeah, that's the Lilo section. And we'll move to the Lion King section now. So again, that's the aesthetic of entering it. I got the lights. I don't really have like a statue or anything for them that I really can do. You want the spaceship booth. Oh, yeah, yeah. You can't have that from me. That's mine. So yeah, we got the lights entering, and I do love these kind of shading, like the trees with the little panels there. Really makes it seem like it's like their property and they're kind of spacing out. I really do like that. But if you go in here, and this is Scar's little joint, and so yep, got the memories out there as well. Got a little bit of waterfall under there. I'm okay with it. It's one of those ones I'm just content with. There's a few things I want to kind of muck around and add, but yeah, got the little watering hole. Got Pride Rock, a little mini Pride Rock there. And the watering hole and little chairs and stuff. And there's a few things I want to add here, but I've kind of got rid of them so I can put other things. You'll get that trend a lot. And there's the big waterfall that you get for Nala's level 10 quest as well. So it may not look like much from the outside, but when you come in here, it's definitely a very Lion King-esque kind of area. And next step, we'll go to Merlin's. Now, Merlin is pretty much just books. So this is Merlin's joint. It's just a lot of books. And his desk, which, actually, I need to switch this around. And put some of this stuff on it. Actually, we'll put two. There we go. You'll love that area, the line area. I really do like it. I think that the lights really sell it too. The lights at the front. But yeah, this is Merlin's little area. It's not much, and to be honest, his aesthetic is just basically books and rather straightforward and bland. But you know, I'm still surprised that they use Merlin in the game. I would have thought they maybe use another character, but I guess they needed a character for the plot. But yeah, that's Little Merlin's area. It's nothing too special. But now we're going to get in the Little Mermaid's area. So again, Little Mermaid's got that. But most importantly, he's got a little statue. Now I want multiple of these statues, so you can't buy them. So you only can get one. But you got Prince Eric kind of doing the entrance. And then you've got all this Little Mermaid stuff. And so you got Prince Eric's joints there. You got Ariel's little castle there, and you got Ursula's section over here, which is definitely a lot of purples and got a little memory there as well. So you definitely feel like when you cross this bridge, and especially the lighting as well, if you notice the lamps are different, it really does feel like it's two sections, but really it's one big Little Mermaid section. And I've recently remodeled it. I do want to kind of move the TVs off and put them on something, but unfortunately that's a 2. So this is the problem. It's a 2-seating one, but this one needs 3. So it doesn't really work. I haven't really worked out how I'm going to do that. But it's a step in the right direction. Now the area is a little bit tight. So I'm going to have to hope they don't introduce a new character. And that might be another logistical problem. So I might have to cut this down a little bit more. Move Merlin's around and maybe wedge stitches in there and use that area as another one, but I guess we'll find out maybe soon based off what their Twitter is saying. So but yeah, that's the 2D Disney area. So I guess before we move on to the next area, does anyone have any questions? Anything you want to see again? I'll leave it open to the group. And while I dump some stuff up here. Okay. Yeah, there we go. All looks good. Oh, cool. I'm glad you like it. I don't think much of it because I'm not really a design person. It's not really my thing. But I don't know, I really have enjoyed this. I never play Stardew Valley. I'm not a big Animal Crossing. This is like the first kind of game like this I've played, and I've really enjoyed it. So hence why I play it every day, I guess. All right, we'll move on to the last location. Actually, no, third to last location, because I'll show you the Frosted Heights and the Forgotten Lands sections as well. Not much to see there, but there's always a purpose. Cool. Alright, we'll pull this. So first off, the raccoon little joint. So the same kind of concept. Got raccoons running around. I love the Halloween raccoon. I think that's my favorite. Eventually, the Christmas fox and the Halloween raccoon will go into their own area for Halloween and for Christmas. Just at the moment, I'll put them here just to save on a bit of the limit. But that's the ultimate dream. Again, the crops are there just to give it a little bit of life. And yeah, sometimes I just like sitting there watching it and just watching them kind of like chill out. I don't know. They look cool. I do wish like maybe in the future they play with each other in the nicest way possible. And just kind of like chase each other, maybe play like fight, something like that. Or maybe even climb a tree or something a little bit more animated. I know that may be a little bit more wishful thinking. It just kind of feels a little bit bland at the moment. And just give them more life. Because I remember when you see the splash page of Dreamlight Valley and you see Buzz on Remy's house, like with his laser and stuff, I really hope something like that in the game. Of them just interacting more with the stuff you put down. Anyway, we'll make that. Cool. So this is the Pixar Hub. And this is my Easter section. So with Easter, Christmas, and Halloween, I'm going to have its own little sections. And I've decided for my valley, the Easter section will be in the Forest of Valor. And so this is their little Easter section here. Now, if you notice, the chests are white because all the holiday items get a white chest. And I've got 2 of my bushes haven't despawned, so I'm pretty much just taking advantage of that and dumping them in here and seeing how many I can get. And so that's their little displays here. And so I've got some eggs if I ever need them from throughout the year. If I ever want to build something Easter related, especially if I want to deck that out later if the item limit does expand, it's just a good option to have. But yeah, that's my little Easter section. But the same kind of concept around the hub. I've got Remy's restaurant. I've got Wally's garden there. I've got this chest here. Same kind of concept. I'm just slowly upgrading the colors, and those need to be white, yellow. Sorry. And I've got all of Remy's ingredients that you get as well. I've actually got a chest for them all. So what I do is just top them up when I run a little bit low. And I've got them all on display. And it's a lot easier having them here. I can just grab a stack of peanuts if I want it. Because if you notice in my items, I've got all the critters, or what I need to feed the critters right there. So it's all on the fly, ready to go. So I can just top that up when I need it. And yeah, it's just, eventually I'll get them all stocked up. I've got my critter squirrel. So because this is Pixar Town, I've got the critters that are specifically for that kind of genre, you could say, there. If they ever introduce incredible characters into the game, I'll probably move them into their residence. But at the moment, they're just in the you could say the CBD. I'm just trying to see. Sometimes it bugs out if there's too many critters around, which is happening right there. But yeah, critter squirrel will just run around normally. See, look, he's running. He's totally running. He's totally legit and not a robot. And yeah, this is a little Pixar town, and I'm hoping to expand on it a bit more in the future. And look, this is Toy Story. So I've got these Buzz suits, which, you know, when people see them, they're like, where did you get that from? It came from the first Pixar Star Path. The very first one, the first Star Path they ever did. So if you notice, there's an up balloon over there as well that came with it. And a lot of people wish they had those particular items. I do wish they had given an option for people to do Star Paths after they've passed as well, so you can actually elect to do a Star Path. I don't see why they don't, because they could actually earn more money that way. We've had about 4, 5, I think 4. Yeah, I think we've had 4 Star Paths or 5 Star Paths, something like that. And they could just introduce them in the game and still get people to pay the premium to get those, next tier items and stuff. And they'll make money. I mean, once the Star Path's over, what's the point? Anyway. So the Toy Story area is got, memories, got a few things to deck it out. God, I don't like their homes. I don't know. A lot of people like them. I get it, all that, but that doesn't feel like Woody's home, and that RV doesn't feel like Buzz's home. It just, for some reason, doesn't. I get it's a hat, but it still doesn't hit right for me. But anyway, so I got the strength. I got the aliens that have been the bane of my existence, and yeah, just a few tables. I love that table. I think that table's really cool. And I'm probably gonna put another TV down on there, and I got a little tent there, and a little TV. So it kind of, when you walk in here, you've got the TV as well. I'll reload that, and that helps. So for those that are interested, this is where the alien is bugged. So if you're stuck on the 14th alien and you really can't find it, what you need to do is, in this corner, you'll notice there's sometimes little sparkles coming through. And if you turn the camera, you can see the 14th alien right there. Now I can't get it. I can't pick it up. But it is there. I've tried everything. Buzz could easily just go in there and get it, but he won't. Stupid. But no, that's where the 15th alien is for me to complete the quest, which is really unfortunate. It's cool that I found it, but it kind of sucks that I can never pick it up. You sure, Buzz? You sure you completed it? Anyway, it's going to go away from that depressing alien talk. Alright, next step, we'll go to Wally's joint. So Wally's got the same concept, little intro with the lights. And this is where I've got, now this little section here, you probably know, like, I kind of have to build the trees down there. But if you notice it's like a little bit empty, a little bit spacey, it's because Eve is going to be added to the game soon. Now, not enough people are talking about this. I mean, ultimately, Eve is in one of the early memories. So here, you got Eve on the left, Vanellope on the right. So we know we're going to get Vanellope quite soon. Hi, Dana and Dana. You guess what? You haven't slept. Oh, no. Oh, no. Isn't it like 4, 5 a.m. in the morning for you? This is the bartender life, Dana. You're gonna burn out, and you're just gonna crash and find yourself sleeping at 1 p.m. and oh no, yeah, it's very bad. Oh no. Well, apparently I've got a very mellow voice that people get bored and sleep to. So just listen to the stream for a little while. That's what my girlfriend says anyway. But anyway, I was saying we've got Eve, and if you notice that the model for Eve has that sparkle you get with all the characters. And we got Vanellope and Beast on the right. So the idea is this section. Oh no. Alright. So once in a while what happens is the game does this. Where I can't exit out. Oh, I'll leave you up. Yeah. The image is frozen on here and I can't exit it. So we are going to have to kill the game and restart it. It's very annoying. Oh no. But I was trying to say that eventually Eve will be added to the game. There is a lot of talk. People think Eve is actually going to come with the next update because you were going to get Wreck-It Ralph with his very electronic based kind of characters. And Eve is going to come with it, and they'll just add Eve to either Wally's realm or somewhere in game. I think they can really explain Eve being in the valley because she does come from space, so they can say that she crash lands or something like that. I think that'd be really cool. Alright, we'll just reload everything. There we go. But then, yeah, just chill out, get rapping into bed, put on either me or just some, my girlfriend sometimes fall asleep to watching South Park or Futurama. Apparently, there's a big Reddit community of people that fall asleep to Futurama. That works for people. So yeah, South Park, Futurama, not so much Simpsons. What other one? Archer. That's a good one too. Just the soothing sounds of that. Alright, we'll go back over here. Now, unfortunately, it probably didn't save, so we'll just grab these real quick again. There we go. And we'll water these plants over here. And Dana, how long have you actually been up for now? Feels like you're probably way overtired. And yeah, so eventually I'm gonna have Eve's joint in here, and here's Wally. Yeah, hey buddy. How about you follow me for a while? Yeah, let's hang up. Cool. And so yeah, eventually I'm gonna really deck this out. The one thing that annoys me about Wally's stuff is it's very, you get the junkyardy feeling, but he doesn't really have any big items, Nothing to really be a central piece or a showpiece like you get with like Lion King ones. I kind of wish they had something like that. I mean, I slept good last night. I don't know what's happening tonight. Well, I mean, because you do say, where you work. How are you normally doing like the really late shift, or do you normally end like at a reasonable time? Because I remember back in the day when I used to own a bar, and I would be up until like 6 a.m. Like I'll probably like be pulling 12 or 24-hour shifts. And that burns you out, but you get past like the 16th hour, and something just switches in your brain, you just can't sleep. Then you just keep going. And then you hate your life and you hate everything. And it's not really depression, it's more of just you hate your situation. Like really badly, and yeah, eventually you drift off, but then you don't sleep as long, and it's just horrible. Anyway, let's move on. So this is Ratatouille's area or Remy's area. I used to have a crop here, but since then I've kind of adjusted it. I should really focus on remodeling this little section over here. I've kind of neglected it a little bit. But again, Remy's one of those characters that doesn't actually have a lot to place around. So it's a little bit lackluster. But I'm not too bothered by it just because of, well, as I've said many times, I don't know. But I really like it. I reckon it'll be really cool. I do wish the characters would interact with the furniture a little bit more so that it actually feels like there's a bit of a purpose here. But yeah. I usually work 3 days of my week. Those I don't usually go to bed usually around 5 a.m. But usually not. But I usually am not terrible at going to sleep for the rest of the week. Well, I mean later than most, but I usually get to bed around about 2 to 3. Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, that's so real. Just lack of no sleep depression caused when work. Yeah, it happened to me. It sucks. It sucks, and you know why? I think what sucks the most about when you're overtired and that depression kicks in is that it doesn't make any goddamn sense, but you still feel it like crap. It's like when your logical and your emotional brain just like are saying two different things, but the logical one is right. Be it saying, all right, come on. And so the next section we'll show is the frozen section. So as I said, I've kind of divided it right in half, and you can tell where the benches where the halves kind of split. So we've got Elsa's section on this side, And so obviously all are frozen. I love the fountain ever since they added that animation. I think it's really, really cool. And just a few little things here. I really wish I could move them, but obviously can't. And then I've got Anna's section over here, which definitely has a different vibe when you walk over. I just love the idea, like, you could be on this section, it feels very wintry and cold and blue. And then you kind of move around to this section, and it's a little bit more lively and everything. I think that's really, really cool. And yeah, that's the Pixar section in a nutshell. I guess any questions for anyone that is visiting the stream of anything you would like to see, anything you want to know? It's a question, Dana. Is there anything that happened today that's really got you hyped? Maybe that's it. Maybe your levels are a little bit higher today for some reason. Is there any significant events? Anything different? What is he playing with on his phone? I've always wondered when he plays with his phone, what is he actually playing with? It doesn't look like the screen's changing. He's probably trying to figure out how to unlock it. It's probably been locked for like months. Anyway. Did you have everything in the glade? Anything in the glade area? That's where we did the 2D Disney area. You mean this area? This is the glade here. You mean this area? I'll show you how about show you the Forgotten Lands area, because I do like my Raven area. I'm pretty proud of it. So ultimately, I want to deck this entire biome in a kind of Halloween kind of esque vibe, right? But obviously, I've chopped it back, so it's only this little thing is my Halloween section. I've got all the candy. And I'm pretty stoked that I've actually still got some candy from Halloween. It's 6 months old, so I wouldn't eat it, but all the tables full of it. I'm pretty proud of that. And I do eventually want to put the raccoon up and make it like a really killer Halloween section in this little bit here. But yeah, this is my little Raven section over here. And same kind of concept. They get a little bit buggy, a little bit more than the other ones. But I do like it. They fly all the time, and I think that's why, you know, even though I like them, they're not as interesting because they never really stop. I mean, yeah, they kind of go on the feeder, so the feeder looks cool, that little animation there. But they kind of just fly everywhere. I would love to like the perch in the trees or something like that. I think that would be a really cool little thing here. But then I got my pumpkins there, so if you notice how my money is like nearly 10 million, I just did a huge pumpkin kind of thing and smashed that all out and just got a lot of money. But yeah, that's my Forgotten Lands section. It's not much to talk about, but it's something. And the final area is my Frosted Heights. So just like my Forgotten Lands, the Frosted Heights has a Christmas section that I kind of want to deck out. I've got my Christmas fish just sitting here. I accidentally used the squid. Accidentally. But I do have my Christmas tree, and I do want to make a really killer Christmas section one day. But I got my wrapping paper. I've got a lot of wrapping paper. What? I thought I had a lot of wrapping paper. I swear I had heaps of wrapping paper. Where's the wrapping paper? Oh, there it is. I've mixed them up. Hold up. Move them around. It must have happened when I moved everything. But yeah, I got a lot of wrapping paper if I ever need it. And I've got my foxes. The same color. Oh, there's Eric having some fishing. So yeah, got my foxes in there too. And yeah, that's pretty much the grand tour of my joint. I've yeah, I'm pretty proud of it. I'm not very good with design, and I like experimenting and playing around with things. But I think I finally settled at least into update 5. Every update it kind of changes something. I mean, all these zoo kind of enclosures didn't actually exist until update 5, so all that is brand new. But yeah, really enjoy it. And I obviously have kind of unlocked quite a lot of stuff. I've done all the floors. Um, and what I've slowly done as well, I've started dicking out some rooms. So I've kind of nominated every room towards a movie. Actually, we'll get rid of Wally for this because I don't want him to... I know, buddy. I know, buddy. To get in the way for this. Because it's got... These rooms are going to be quite cramped. So... but in my house, I've got all 20 floors, but I've kind of themed every room after a character. Some have more stuff than others, but if we go to, let's go to 4. Let's go to floor number 4. And let's go in this one. So this is my Lion King room. I think it looks really, really cool. It's you know, it's definitely a room that you would want to be in. Don't know how I feel about that, but hey, the waterfall works. And yeah, that's my little bit of a Lion King room. I do think they need to figure out a purpose for the rooms. I would love to see the characters just be in some of the rooms. I think that would be cool. But that you can just walk in there just chilling out on you know, lying in bed or something. Or if you could eventually, because I know people have been talking about sometimes there's too many villages in the village and there's some ones that you want to park or get rid of, that you could possibly nominate a room in the house to a character and they just live there instead of in the valley. And that kind of parks their house or puts their house to a side that you can bring out later. I think that would be cool. But yeah, this is my Lion King room. Looks pretty good. I think one of the rooms I get a little bit of pleasure in showing is the Little Mermaid room. So this is the Little Mermaid room. The reason why I got a pleasure, when I designed the room, I kind of tried to make it kind of a bit of a dormitory that you kind of have everything in it. I realized I put the toilet there, but also put the mirror there. So pretty much when you go to the toilet, you just watch your shame. I could move that, but it feels, I don't know. I don't feel like moving it. But yeah, this is my little mermaid room. And a lot of stuff in here, because I mean, this is how I would love to put outside and build outside. And I think you get a lot of freedom playing with just the room aesthetics. I'll see if I can change the door. I don't really have a door that really fits, do I? A thorny door? I could put the thorny door. I guess that's better than nothing. But yeah, that's the themed room. I don't think I've got anything in Wreck-It Ralph, do I? No, nothing in Wreck-It Ralph. I think that was Wreck-It Ralph. Let's see. This is Minnie's room. I really don't like Minnie, so we're gonna less time we talk about Minnie, the better. One little theme that I have in my stream is that I really don't like Minnie. I've got a lot of legitimate and completely non-biased reasons for this. Oh yeah, this is Merlin's room. I don't really have a lot there. It really doesn't have a lot of stuff. I'm surprised at some of the characters they have introduced into the game that just don't have a lot of stuff. Oh yeah, this is Mickey's little joint. It's a little bit simple. It's really the bed. The bed is kind of what I always like to get down. I mean, technically you put the beds outside, but Mickey and Minnie will have too much fun there. Oh, this is Wally's room. I really like it. Really space themed. Definitely looks a lot more decked out than his actual place outside. I love the posters. I think the posters really sell it. Alright. And what else have we got? Nope, nothing in there. That's Moana's place. I've noticed Moana doesn't have a bed. She doesn't actually have a bed that you can actually get. Let's see here. Oh yeah, this is the frozen little section. Not much. I think I've watered it down a little bit because I put a lot of the stuff outside. This is Beauty and the Beast. So this is one of those areas that I haven't actually got one outside for. And that's why I've got the fountain here. They got 2 beds. It's weird that they got given 2 beds. And they don't... It doesn't look like Beast bed either. But yeah, the Beauty and the Beast room. So now that lion statue, that's going to be the entrance to my Beauty and the Beast section when I finally get to build outside. I think it's going to look really cool. I'm actually really looking forward to the Beauty and the Beast section. It's one of those areas that I'm really looking forward to doing. Oh, this is the Wreck-It Ralph one. I really like it. It's got everything. Got pinball machine, got the arcade machine, pinball machine. What do you call that? They roll the ball into the whole machine. I don't really have a name for it. And yeah, got the little computer there. Yeah, I really like this section. Very colourful. But again, it's one of those sections I would love to build the deck out outside. I think it will look amazing. And do I have anything in here? No, nothing in there. Alright, so oh yeah, this is my Monsters Inc. section. This is just a cozy room. This is just one of those rooms that are just really, really cozy. Oh, I really like it. I think they got the crackling fire sound effect just on point. Oh, so great. Alright, we'll go into... Nope, that's an empty room. I don't know what other rooms I've got. I think I'm hitting the cap of the rooms. Oh yeah, there's the Lilo and Stitch one. And see, you got the little different coloured hammocks I can actually place. And some tents, not a lot. I try and restrict myself in a few rules when it comes to decking out rooms. Oh, and this is the Cinderella room. Like those pillars. So those pillars are definitely going to be something I'm going to be putting like as the barriers around their residence outside. But yeah, this is the Cinderella room. A lot of stuff. And again, it's a very cozy one. I always think those pillars look like skulls, but they're just horse and carriage. So. I really wish those clocks tell the right time. I've got a lot of wishes for this game. I really want to make probably a YouTube video of things I want in this game. It'll be very long. And I think we're heading to a cap of things that we've done in a random toilet that's here. I think that's it though. I'll check these ones and then we'll probably... Oh no, there we go. This is a Toy Story one. It's a bit light. But put a few things up. Let's see if we got any more. So that's level 7. Do we have anything on 8? No, I think that's it. So yeah, that's about everything. Everything and anything. So, is any questions? Anything from the group? I think most of the raiding party that Emily came with are asleep. So to be honest, this has been very relaxing for me. And hopefully Dana's falling asleep. Go to sleep, Dana. Go to sleep. Don't think about all the constant dread that humanity's in right now. With global warming and war and hatred. We're screwed anyway. But we're going to be screwed when you wake up anyway, so just sleep. Probably made things worse. Thanks for the talk. No worries, no worries. Yak Boy. And I appreciate you asking some questions and being interacting. I do like doing the tour once in a while. It does take it out of me because I talk a lot. Which you'd think as a streamer should be okay, but I don't know. But yeah, have you got any questions? Anything you wanna talk about outside of a tour, or anything you want to see? Anything you're curious about? I'm more than happy to show you. I've got about 15 minutes left of the stream anyway. Normally I go for about 2 hours, so I do a news of this news of the week every Friday. So on my YouTube channel, I put all the news up, and yeah, I play with my youngest a lot, and always looking for great design ideas. Nice. I think the best way, in my opinion anyway, the best way to kind of do design is just play around with it. Oh no, why did I do that? It's flowers, Dave. Yeah, just play around with the design and work out what works for your own crazy. That's what I always say. No design is perfect. Oh, there we go. Let me put the flowers this time. And look out for probably some interesting news tomorrow, most likely. Dreamlight Valley did put something on their Twitter that was very, very vague. I'll see if I still got it out now. No, I don't. Bring it up. Problem is that normally once I end my stream, they announce it like 4 hours later. Let's see here. So if we go over here, so this is what they announced, that they put this tweet out 19 hours ago, and they said they'd put a speech bubble, a heart, and then an arrow saying coming soon. Now, a lot of the time they do the emojis deliberately, so it's hard to tell what they're actually referring to here. Now, the theory is right now is that they're going to announce with update 5 a multiplayer component that you're going to be able to talk with friends in game. That's the big thing. So the heart refers to friends, the speech bubble refers to talking, and the arrow refers to maybe like the internet or something like that. And so maybe communication in game. So that's my theory as well. After I saw that, it kind of pieced together. So I'm thinking it's going to be a multiplayer component. Anyway, so what should we do? Oh, and also, I didn't actually show off my storage area, and I might as well. I used to have the storage area outside until I moved it inside. So we'll go. There you go. So this is my little storage area. So I've got signs above each item to indicate if I've kind of maxed it out. So we'll go over here. I'm slowly finally getting some dark wood. That was a mission and a half to start gathering that. Finally maxed out my vials, which to be honest, I'm very stoked about. That's like 2 updates of work right there. And so yeah, that's my storage. I used to have it outside, but then I just wanted to save on the limit and just moved it indoors. My ultimate goal would be moving it outside again. And put that there, cool. And I think that cool. There you go. And yeah, that's my storage. So my goal before update 5 would be get full chests of everything. I think the hardest one has always been sand, and I think I'm finally starting to rack up some glass. So that's been going good. I mean, look at that. That just looks. Mwah. A chest full of an item. It just looks great. And tinkered parts as well. That was a hard one to get. Oh, look at that. I don't know. I get a lot of satisfaction. Like my OCD is just like, oh, that's great. We might as well put Poor back while we can. Oh look, at Maui's just hanging out. Where Poor? Oh no, I have to unequip him first. Alright, get out of here. There we go. And there's Poa. Running around where he belongs, and so is Maui, standing next to a statue. Yeah, we get it. Maui likes flexing so much, he flexes in front of his own damn statue. I think now he's stuck flexing. I think he's stuck in a loop now. Maui will forever, from now on to the end of days, be flexing. Yeah, I'm sure you do. I love tons of them implementing old stuff, but yeah, I do. I do think they should. I don't see why they don't. I mean, if they're thinking about it from a monetary point of view of like how can we make the most money out of this game, I don't see why they shouldn't put the old star path items in there and just give people the ability to buy premium. Makes complete sense, right? You've got all this content that people want, and I think what they're worried about is like, oh, it may ruin the special, or like the specialness of the star path, or kind of ruin that kind of event. But what you could do is just not maybe give it like a year, or maybe give it 6 months before offering it to everybody again as a permanent basis. Little things like that. I just it seems a bit silly of being eventually going to be a free to play game. Want people to buy the star path, but don't offer it to people. But who knows? Maybe that's a long term thing. I think they've earned a lot more money than they expected already on the game, and the game's already got some really big positive vibes. Hi, Supergirl. 8900. It's 89,000. Hey, Supergirl. 89,000. Does the 89,000 actually mean anything? Oh, thanks for the follow too. I'm curious. Does the 89,000 actually mean anything, or is it just you got sick of trying to guess, like pick a number and you just picked that one? I always get curious about the numbers people use, because I always use 13 at the end of my usernames, and 13 is just my lucky number. Ooh, what? Oh, also, another feature I do kind of wish they would add into the game is the ability to make like stations that you can assign a character to look after a biome, and they just pick up all this crap that respawns. Because it does take a while. I see a new Dreamlight Valley post on Facebook. I see a new Dreamlight Valley post on Facebook. Do you mean from me, or do you mean from Gameloft? So I'm a bit confused by that. Ah, you mean on Twitter? Yes, yes. So they actually posted on Twitter as well. So let's go. Let's go to Dream. Right. So they did a similar post. They must have also posted it on Facebook. So if you go over here, and I've showed this a couple times, but there you go. So they posted this 19 hours ago. A speech bubble, a heart, and an arrow. So my theory, and this is the theory other people have got as well, is that update 5 is going to include the ability to talk to friends within the game. Because the speech bubble and a heart meaning talk friend, and the arrow referring to the internet. So I think that they're going to introduce talking or messaging, sending messages in game. So that's my theory on it. You think Alice in Wonderland? Why is that? Why do you think it's Alice in Wonderland? Because I don't see any Alice in Wonderland kind of. I mean, the heart, but that's. I mean, Alice in Wonderland doesn't have a purple heart, it would be a red heart. That's typically the Alice in Wonderland one would be a red heart. And I don't think it's Alice in Wonderland. And because I mean the roses that they put in the game of being a red, that's actually a bug that happened when the game first got released. So that unfortunately that's just a bug that's reoccurred, and they've recognized it as a bug. So I don't think Alice in Wonderland's coming at all, and I think that's a theory a lot of people have had of Alice in Wonderland coming. But yeah, I definitely don't think this is Alice in Wonderland. I think it's more got to do with a feature in the game that's going to be released. Whoop. And we'll switch back over to that. There you go. But that's my theory. I mean, I could be completely wrong, and you could be completely right. But I don't think it's Alice in Wonderland. I think there would be a lot more. I think they'll probably include a rabbit. If it was Alice in Wonderland, I think they would include a rabbit in their emojis. But I guess we'll find out. I'm pretty sure that they won't let people hanging for too long. I think we're going to find out today. I bet it's something like boring, like more Twitch drops coming. I don't think they would put the heart. I don't think they would put the heart. I don't think the speech bubble makes sense, but I don't think they'll put the heart. Purple's color Twitch. Yeah, true. Actually, you make a good point there, Heckless. You make a very good point. I hope not, because last time they did the drops, the people that actually did them, they were barely on. You're from Italy. Oh, I think you're one of the first people from Italy to ever watch me. G'day. And I guess it makes sense that the English are a little bit jumbled there, but you did a good job though. But I don't think it's Alice in Wonderland, Supergirl. I think it's got to do with a feature coming to with Update 5. I think Alice in Wonderland's 2. I think they'll be more obvious if it was Alice in Wonderland. If it wasn't for a reason, I wish they would fix buns. Yeah, this is the weird thing, your boy. They always released a hotfix about 2 weeks after they drop an update, but they didn't this time. So I'm very confused why they didn't do that. There's some quite obvious bugs, like they had the red flowers. I mean, my Buzz quest is my alien quest is bugs. There's a lot of crashes and everything, but they just didn't release a hotfix for some reason, which is a bit disappointing because they always released a hotfix around about a week or two after they dropped the update. So it's very, very odd. Dude, I hope not. I hate Twitch drops. I hope it's multiplayer. Yeah, I'm not a big Twitch drop. I'm not keen on that, and especially how they do it as well. It kind of means no one come like the days that I have the Twitch drops happen, no one comes into my stream. I barely get 1 or 2 people as it is, but there's just very quiet days when Twitch drops are happening, and it feels real gimmicky, and like I don't have time. I don't get to watch Twitch during the hours, the ones that normally I do in the streams. I was just lucky that I did it on my phone, and I just put it to the side while I worked. Does anyone? I would love to come to Italy. I think Italy is a gorgeous place. I think there's some really, really amazing food. Definitely your food, man. Oh, if you, I want to go to Italy just to have an amazing pasta or pizza or just something really kind of done really well. Yeah, I would love to come to Italy one day. Supergirl. It's on the list. It's definitely on the list. But I think it's the same with when people want to come to New Zealand. They always say, I want to come to New Zealand one day. And it's like, yeah, I know everyone does. You live in Caspera Balar. I'm going to have to look that up. Yeah, the buzz glitch, the waterfall glitch should have been able to be fixed by now. Yeah, I mean, the waterfall glitch is something new because I didn't get that problem when I first got my waterfall. So there must be a relatively new thing. Alright. Alright, so you're from Caspero, right here. It's apparently raining where you are. It's raining for the next thunderstorms on Thursday, on Wednesday as well. So that's nasty for you. I'm sorry. You're gonna have really wet. It will take me 2 days, and it will take me nearly 3 days to fly there from Wellington, where I live. So by the time I get there, the thunderstorms will be over. So that ain't too bad. Let's commune around in the mature. Okay, so it's not massive. They only got 16,000 people. Looks like a really cool place. It looks like a lot of history. Looking at these buildings, it looks like a lot of history. And I think that's beautiful sometimes, some of the history. And the beaches look amazing. Yeah, what a cool place. What a cool place. Alright, we'll switch back. Wink. There we go. We'll switch back. Yeah, it looks like a really cool place there, Supergirl. Yeah, boy, I'm really interested to see. I mean, so what we know about Update 5, right, is that it's going to have umbrellas. We're not going to get basically a mini version of that little kettle. And we're going to get mannequins. So that's the three, and we will have a princess racing into the valley, whatever that means. Now, a lot of people think it's Wreck-It Ralph, and everyone's also knows that Wreck-It Ralph and multiplayer are tied together. So it would make sense if with Update 5 we're going to get some kind of multiplayer component, because that kind of works with the Wreck-It Ralph thing. Because there was a thing, I think it was data mined or leaked, that the online component and it has another currency that goes with it, which is tied in with Wreck-It Ralph. Do I have the golden potato? I used to have the golden potato, and now it's a golden potion. So actually, I'll quickly dump my flowers. I think it's that one. No, it's this one. There you go. Yes, I do. So, the golden, I've got the golden potions now. So I've got all 4 golden potions. I do have a walkthrough for the orange one and the blue one on my TikTok and YouTube channel, but I have all 4 potions there. So I've got the gold one, I've got the red one, I've got the orange one, and I've got the blue one. You found the purple. It's actually a blue potato. That's in Ursula's home. So yes, I have got the blue one, and I've made it into a blue potion, and I've got a walkthrough on my YouTube if you're curious. But have you got all 4 of those, Supergirl? That's the big question of the day. Have you got all 4 of them? Do you have a tour walkthrough or anything? I don't. I really should film one. Maybe the one I just did there, I will... Or maybe I should do a special video for that. I don't know. What do you think, yeah, boy? Do you think I did a good enough job on stream, or do you think I should do a separate one without my camera on and I can just do a normal one? What do you think? And I'll edit it and just make it a little bit nicer, I guess. Because I've been thinking about doing like a special once a week Dreamlight Valley video that's not part of my stream, like it's like a unique one, like things I want to be in the game, or just those once-off videos. I've been tempted to start doing those. Just no one really asked for them, and you're the first one to ask. Your walkthrough was great. What was great, would make it good. Alright, so how about next... I don't know if it's next week, but hopefully sometime this week I will edit that, what I just did, and make it just a little tour video on my YouTube. And I'll do that. The problem is because I changed so much of it. Like, once I make it, I don't know. Oh, but I'll chop it up. I've done that tour so much to people as well. You like Caspacero? Oh, where you're from? It looks alright. I personally haven't been there, but I can't really give judgment unless I go. So maybe one day I'll give judgment for it. It looks like a very beautiful place, though. You're very lucky. People say that about New Zealand, though, and I'm like, it's alright. Then I have to deal with stupid people. I said that really weirdly. Stupid people. Like I've just died. Like I was a robot. Alright, I'm just dumping that in there. I swear that the green rising ones are like the hardest ones to get for some reason. They just never spawn. I don't know why. Alright. So, normally what I do is I stream for about 2 hours, and we've hit that now, so what we're going to do is we're going to settle somewhere, and we're going to wrap up the stream, and we'll probably just raid a random person, because I've been told I should raid more, because it's nice. And there looks like there's a lot of sleepy people that have come through Emily's stream. So I want to kidnap them and raid someone else. But I do appreciate everyone that's popped along today, like especially your boy. Thanks heaps for like engaging and talking. And I may never see you again, but you sound like someone that's got a good head on your shoulders there. And thanks Supergirl for coming along, first person from Italy. And yeah, you seem really obsessed with people liking where you come from. So I don't know what's up with that, but what do you think you see on it? Looks alright. Looks like a great place. I'm sure me and my girlfriend one day will love to go there. She is originally from England, so eventually when we go back there, I don't know, we'll take a detour and maybe go to Italy. Check it out. But yeah, thanks your boy. Thanks Supergirl for popping along. Thanks everyone. Thanks Ecklis out there. Thanks Skimom as always. Thanks Hell, you popped along. Thanks Dana. I hope you fell asleep. I'm assuming you fell asleep. I haven't heard from you for a while, so I hope you're sleeping sweetly. And I told you my voice is mellow and drony, and it makes anyone go to sleep. I'm surprised I don't have more lurkers, to be honest. Thanks Jedi from earlier. Thanks Emily, of course. Thanks Emily for the massive raid. I really appreciate it. You did freak me out for a little bit, but then I realized, well, everyone's asleep, so it's alright. Thanks GB Pratt for saying that. Thanks Yasmin for earlier. And I think that was everyone. I think I got everyone. And thanks anyone watching this in hindsight on YouTube, as some of my VOD watchers out there. Destiny, I haven't given you a shout out recently. G'day. Who else? Destiny. Yeah, a bunch of others. You know, my brain is fried at the moment. So what we're going to do is raid somebody. And, I don't know, give them some love, don't give them some love, I don't know. You can do whatever you want. Oh, thanks for the follow, yeah, boy. I hope to see you again, though. I mean, you seem like a good sort. Oh, we're going to raid someone with 6 viewers. Oh, that should give them... It's an Aussie streamer. I think I've raided her once before. It seems the time zones just kind of match up. So we're going to raid them and really blow their mind because this is the biggest raid I've ever done on anyone. So this will be really, really fun to do. But thank you everyone again. We'll be back on this time tomorrow. I don't have a morning stream tomorrow, but I will have my normal Wednesday. Is it Wednesday tomorrow? No, tomorrow's Tuesday. My normal Tuesday evening stream. And I've got TikToks and shorts coming out every day. One just came out 40 minutes ago, so feel free to check that one out. I do one, and we've got the news of the week coming on Friday, and it's going to be an interesting one. And someone actually commented on my last news video on YouTube, like a 10-minute long one. Someone actually asked a legitimate, proper question, which I'm going to bring up, which is the first time it's ever happened, so I'm rather excited. So we're going to raid, and I really appreciate it. Give us some love. Her name's Cats Meet Magic. She's an Aussie streamer. She seems like a delight. Yeah, show us some love. And until next time, until tomorrow, kia ora.